All right, let's take a look at our materials. So inside your kit, you should have some paint. You'll have acrylic paint of a certain color, and you'll also have a container of chalkboard paint. My chalkboard paint is not in this video just yet because we're going to start off using our acrylic paint. You'll also have your popsicle sticks, your large popsicle sticks, and you should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to set those over to the side. And then from home, you will need some painter's tape or masking tape, whichever you have on hand. You'll also need a paintbrush. Now in previous Take and Make kits, we've given out paintbrushes. In this one, we did not because we've given out paintbrushes so often, we figured you probably already have one on hand. And this is a great way to recycle materials. So you can see I've got some green paint left over from a project on this paintbrush, and I hope you have one at home that you can use too. And then I also have a paper plate. That's just to lay down so I don't get my acrylic paint on anything. And this is your friendly reminder to be careful with the acrylic paint because it does stain clothes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some masking tape. And depending on how large you write or whatever herb or plant name you're going to be writing, keep in mind that that's going to be the space that you'll need for your chalkboard paint because you'll be writing on it with chalk, right? So you may have a very small handwriting style, you may have a larger handwriting style. Me, I do have a larger handwriting style, so I'm going to take some of my masking tape and wrap it just a little bit lower on my stick. This is important that you get this straight because there's going to be a clear space of the wood between your chalkboard paint and your acrylic paint. And you want that to be nice and straight. Okay, so I've got mine wrapped on really nicely and we're ready to paint. All right, I've put tape on all 5 of my popsicle sticks and now it's time to paint with acrylic paint. So remember that one side is going to be done in acrylic paint and the other side is going to be done in your chalkboard paint. So I'm going to start with my acrylic paint and then we'll move into chalkboard paint. All right, the acrylic paint is dry and I did put 2 coats on just because the popsicle stick soaked up the acrylic paint. So now I'm going to put chalkboard paint on the other end. And notice I'm still leaving the masking tape on there because we're going to have a nice dividing line there between our masking tape and our chalkboard paint. I also washed out my paintbrush, so I'm ready to use my chalkboard paint. You may have to put 2 coats of chalkboard paint on as well. You should have enough in your kit to do so. All right, I'm gonna put chalkboard paint on the other 5 sticks, let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll take off the masking tape. Okay, so here's what they look like. One last thing is that after I took off the masking tape, the popsicle sticks had a pretty wide band of the natural color left, and I wanted that to be a little bit thinner. So I took my paintbrush and I just evened it up to make it a little bit smaller. But now they are ready to write on and they can stick down inside a plant.